And welcome back to class. My name is Naomi, and you are watching Saint to Siren, where I take you from a suffering saint, where your energy is being taken and not being replenished, to a successful siphoning siren, where you are being replenished and your energy is growing. Today's class, we're going to talk about snipers. Snipers are an enemy of a siren because they aim to split you. Now, snipers are people who have gotten past our defenses already. So, family, friends, lovers, spouses, people who have made it into our heart space, who have proved themselves in the past to be high value, but now have a change of heart towards us, either because they're jealous or, because they're jealous. Or feel our energy and cannot see that as inspirational but as threatening. And basically the main point of a sniper is so that they can split you. So um I'll give you an example. I have to give you an example. And but first, when I say split, I mean in a way to freeze you. So my real life example, I had a really close friend back in the day, and one day I had asked her like if she wanted to go to Sally's Beauty Supply because there's this hot tool I wanted to get to straighten my hair. So I picked her up. We went together, and we got to Sally's Beauty Supply, and like immediately, I'm looking for it, and I'm thinking she's looking for it for me since I'm the one who told her about it, and basically wanted to hang out and go on a little adventure or journey for this hot tool for my hair. She finds it. There's only one in this store that we go to. She finds it and then proceeds to buy it for herself. Okay, she sniped me. All right, because a high value friend wouldn't have not would knowing my plans would never intercept and try to take what I'm aiming for myself, try to take it for herself. Okay, um in that example, when she did that to me, it made me freeze, right? And that's the goal of a sniper. It's to split you, kind of make you frozen. When I say split, on one hand, in my mind, in my heart, like that's my friend. I love her. I care for her. But on the other end, on the other side of the balance of the scale, she's she's doing um, enemy behavior. She's carrying out actions of someone who does not like me. Okay. If I'm looking down, it's because I have my computer and I'm trying to just keep with the outline so I don't ramble or go off topic like I am right now. I digress. Anyway, all right. Um, so when a friend or family, whoever, someone who has gone past your defenses and they do an action that's against you, they are a sniper. They're trying to split you so that you are kind of frozen. That action that she did froze me. And I didn't say anything at the time. I was just kind of like in shock because I was like, really? Like, I told you about this thing I'm trying to get. I asked if you wanted to bring it. Picked you up. So imagine I had to like drop her off with it. Like that was an isolated event and that was a small red flag. And so when you um when you're a siren and you're growing your power, um you have to be really aware of like these type of people that are going to see you grow your power and going to feel some type of way about it. When my friend at the time, when she did that, that really stunted, no, I don't want to say stunted, but it shocked my nervous system. I just didn't know how to respond because she split me. One point, I was like, oh my God, that's my friend. I love her. I care about her. But again, the other point, she's displaying enemy behavior, enemy actions. She's saying, I hate you. I don't like you. And that was at the time for me, very hard for me to obviously reconcile. I just couldn't leave. I couldn't go from friend to foe. It just like threw me off. Like, why would you do that to me? And you need to be able to recognize when someone's sniping you so you can hurry up and make a decision about them quickly. And the way that you would confront this type of like scenarios is that you have to call it out in the moment. That's what I didn't do. I didn't call it out in the moment. Now, when you call it out, there's a certain way you have to do it. You don't say, why did you do that? That's kind of giving them energy. You're being siphoned. They want that response. You have to be more direct. You have to say, hey, I saw that you did that. I saw that um, when we went to Sally's, I saw that you took the flattening iron that I told you I wanted to buy and you just took it for yourself. That's an enemy action that lets me know that you don't like me. So I'm going to back away from you because that's weird and I don't feel safe around you anymore. Now it's pinpointed. They know you siphon them and you're out of there. The other way that you can respond to it is dip. Get out of there. Ghost them. Bye bye. Ghosting is not wrong. It is protective. You don't feel right. Who cares about what they think? All right. If you have to, um, no, the main point is to separate and protect yourself, protect your energy from being siphoned so you don't look like Wendy Williams. Okay. Again, all alleged. I have to say that again. If you're coming over here from my TikTok Saint to Siren, let me just plug that in. Um, Wendy was was sniped because she did not see that she was around enemies. She did not put up boundaries and she didn't let go. So that's why when I'm talking about snipers, I'm talking about also um, fine tuning your nervous system. Um, how do I want to say it? You are, um, for the life of me, I cannot think of this word when I am making a YouTube video, but reprogramming. There you go. You are reprogramming your nervous system to be more sensitive when you're out here and you're generating and hoarding and making sure that you amassing a lot of energy for yourself. It's very important so you can carry out any goals that you have. Because when you look at Wendy Williams, yeah, siphoned her, sucked her, sniped her dry. And now it has exacerbated any health problems that she has. And now she's down and out, lost her show. Um, while everybody else, her ex-husband's mistress that's been with them for the longest time while they were married is all full and looking healthy and good, and her son's all full looking healthy and good, and she's over here on the side of the road being discarded because she didn't let go, because she wasn't aware and didn't care about herself enough. She was the money maker, so she felt like she had power. But baby, if they're just taking your money from you, you just literally getting the money and it going out over there, you're not keeping it, you're not kicking people out of your life, you're gonna end up like that. So I digress. So for that example about my close friend who sniped me at the time, that was a small red flag, and that's what you want to reprogram your nervous system to be very sensitive to. And when I say sensitive, I don't mean crying. I mean developing your awareness about things. Because let me tell you, one thing that I realized that really like snapped me into this reality is that everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody knows exactly what they're doing. She knew she was going to disrespect me. She already had that in her mind. She was like, "Oh, that sounds like a good thing. That'll make me look better. I'm just gonna get that for myself," even though I was the one that told her about it, and it was my mission to go on. That I just brought her on. I literally drove her with me, picked her up, and drove her with me. But my nervous system, my awareness wasn't developed to just see that as an enemy behavior. And that isolated event, when I say isolated, I mean an event that just happens between me and her, because I didn't call it out or dip on her, like literally kicked her to the drop kicked her to the road, to the sidewalk, didn't flicker out my life. It expanded to even worse because she's gonna siphon me even more. And I'll tell you, I'll just give you the tea on that. The thing that broke the camel's back, that really fine-tune, reprogram my nervous system when it comes to people, um, was that she told me, she's so comfortable with disrespect me, and I was so comfortable. I don't want to say comfortable. I didn't see her as the foe that she was to me. She literally told me, we had this conversation at at night, and she was like, randomly, she just dropped it on me. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Snapchatting your ex." Boo. I was like, "Oh, you can have." I was like, "Oh, you're a foe." It finally clicked. But now, instead of keeping it, uh, seeing the small red flag that happened at Sally's, how she played me, how she sniped me at Sally's, instead of seeing that as a red flag and seeing that as an isolated event that didn't need to expand to include other people, now it has expanded to include other people, and it's a huge red flag an experience I didn't need to go through. You know what I mean? Um, Something that I'm not saying that I could have prevented, but just could have kicked her on out of my life. You know what I mean? So she didn't have a chance to like hit me, snake me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she was like, "I'm Snapchatting your ex." I was like, "Oh, baby, have him be my guest." Because one thing I do, just a little tea. One thing I do know about my ex is he's not messing with anybody who don't got their stuff together. And not only did she have nothing together, she didn't have a pot to relieve herself in nor a window to throw it out. I was like, hey, you want to have old work? Go for it. Good luck. But one thing I know for sure, that this is an alarm that I got to get out of. So I say this to say, when you're gaining power and people see you, people around you, especially your friends, they see you leveling up, and they see you leveling up past them, they're going to turn this into snipers, and they are going to take shots at you. And you need to program your nervous system to be sensitive. And when I say sensitive, I mean aware. When I'm saying aware, I'm saying everybody knows what they're doing and there's no mistake. Stop making excuses. Two options in order to maintain your energy so you are not siphoned, so their sniper attack is not successful. You call it out in the moment. And when you call it out, you have to say it directly. I seen you do this, and that's enemy behavior. And you have to make the decision right then and there to dip. You do not stay. Do not stay. Do not continue to have them in your life. Do not believe them when they say, "It was just a mistake," or "I didn't." No, 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 no. Everybody, please believe me, Siren. Everybody knows what they're doing, because you have to think about it before you do it. Reprogram your nervous system to see the small red flags. Make a decision about that person and dip and never come back. Because when you are elevating, you have to elevate out of the level that you are coming out of. You can't bring no one with you. The door's not big enough, and that door is only for you. Gosh, I hope I explained that well, because it is 3 o'clock in the morning. Until next time, bye-bye.